Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life with Aneta. I am your host, Aneta Sproles, and today's episode is going to be a powerful one and also an emotional one. We are going to honor the life of Jesse Jackson Jr., Reverend Jesse Jackson Jr. He passed away today at 84 years old. Um, And wow, it's like when you really think of all the things that he's done, and we're going to go over a few different things about his legacy, what he stood for. And I always try to do very informative episodes, especially when someone passes away or there's a big story. I want to always make sure I do the most informative episode. So we are going to get into a little bit about who he was and what he did and so forth. Um, Now, he was born in Greenville, South Carolina in 1941. Um, and listen, I wasn't around back then, y'all, but times were very different. There was a lot of inequality. There was a lot of racism. A lot of things were going on, And today, I think sometimes we take for granted, not to say that injustice and racism doesn't exist today, but to the extent that it was back then, it was very, very different. Um, Now, if you all know, if you pay attention to your history, Reverend Jesse Jackson Jr., he worked very closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so after Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968, um, Reverend Jesse Jackson Jr., he began to do other things as far as stepping up. He founded Operation Push, and then later the Rainbow Coalition, designed to unite communities, right? Black Americans, Latinos, working class people, and just to make sure that he created a space for social justice. He believed in expanding opportunities so that America could do better, right? In 1984 and 1988, Jesse Jackson Jr., he ran for president twice. Now that's big, right? Because you think about running for president, like that's not just you go to, a basic place and you run for like a city councilman or something. Running for president is a big job to be like, I'm going to take this job on. So he didn't go for his campaign once, he did it twice. And even though he did not win when he tried to become the president, he still made an impact. He still showed people that even if you dream big and you go for it, even if you don't succeed, it's still the fact that you took the chance, right? And so that's what happens when people are creating legacy, when people are creating a pathway for others to believe in themselves. You have to understand, at the time that he was talking about running for president, like, he was a black man at a time where it really wasn't, nobody wanted to see, unfortunately, people of color succeed at such a high level like that. So I think that that's something to really pay attention to. Now we're going to go into what his legacy means today. Now, we live in a time where a lot of things regarding voting rights, regarding racial equality, economic justice, and opportunity, they all are front and center because so much is going on in our world today, right? But the things that Jesse Jackson Jr. did over his lifetime in his career, it shows you that it takes strategy. It takes courage. It takes people willing to endure criticism for the greater good. And no matter if you agree with what he did throughout his career or not, you cannot deny the doors that he opened. You cannot deny the constant impact, the influence that Jesse Jackson Jr. had. And so here on Life with Aneta, we always talk about people who have growth, they have impact, leadership, legacy. And so today was so important to just take a moment to remember him, to let you know just all the great things that he has done. Um, a lot of times when God gives us an assignment on our life, we don't always follow. We follow whatever we think we should be doing. But to see Jesse Jackson Jr. walk in his true purpose, whether he was liked or not, it really teaches you something. And so I hope you guys, when you listen to this episode, that you understand that when God gives you a vision, when God gives you a purpose, when God walks you into your alignment, it is okay to walk that walk, even if you're afraid, even if you don't know what it holds, because God will not put anything on you more than what you can handle. My condolences to the Jackson family. We lost a legend. We lost a pioneer in history today. And his legacy will continue to live on. It will continue to be talked about. But I just wanted to make sure that here on Life with Aneta Podcast, that we made sure that we did the right thing by honoring the Reverend Jesse Jackson Jr., who unfortunately passed away in transition today. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back with another episode. Thank you guys.